Did your business ever hit just a plateau? Brakes go on. You're not sure what to do. You're insecure about what's going on with it. Just not growing. Well, tonight we're going to talk about putting the passion back into your business and just as much into your life. That's how it works, because your business is your life when you own your own business. So I'm Dave Stelma. I mentor, I coach, I inspire new entrepreneurs, small business entrepreneurs, to their breakthrough success. So let the show begin. So you're strolling along with your business. It starts to stumble, just like me on my words. And you're just not sure. It's not growing, or you just come to your plateau and it's been that way. And it's like, if you're not growing, you're what? You're dying. Your business is dying. If it's not growing, it's dying because there's inflation, there's all those other things, and we won't get into that aspect right now. But how do you get that passion to come back into your business? What do you do to get that passion growing? Because you're the one, right? You're the one you're the driving force for your business. You're the one that is going to make it go forward. You're going to give it that shot of adrenaline to keep going. And so what are you going to do first? Who are you going to talk to? Who are you going to seek out? Do you have mentors? Do you have accountability partners? Do you have a mastermind group that you bounce ideas off of and things of that sort? Those are all good things that you could start at any one given time, and you don't want to wait until it slows down or you hit that brick wall, like the brick wall behind me. You don't want to hit that brick wall. You want to keep it going. A good, for instance, is with this show. I use this show every week to just introduce myself. This is a marketing tool that I utilize. It's something that I do. And this tonight is the premiere night of the drumroll, us going to Periscope also. So that was one of the things that I did to inject some more energy, to get out there in more things, to meet more people, to get my name out there, to get myself out there, and to help more people, to serve more people. So I made and Periscope may be the thing, may not be the thing for me. It's my demographic is probably a little bit older than what Periscope is as far as demographically, but it's all changing, right? It's all changing. And I have to say off the bat, forgive me, I have a little bit of a cold tonight, so I'm going to be drinking some water probably, and that along the way, and then throughout the half hour. But how are you going to energize your business? What are some ideas that you can come up with? One is, like I said already, a mastermind group, as well as an accountability partner. Someone that you can talk to just for 5 minutes, maybe 5 minutes a day, just saying, hey, this week I have to get this done and this done, or just to bounce ideas off of. What do you think about me going on Periscope? I already have the show on Facebook. It's doing really well. Getting a lot of feedback. Have gained a lot of momentum and things going that way. What do you think about me going on Periscope? It could be something as quick as a question like that. And it doesn't mean that their opinion is set in stone, that they're the best, hopefully they can steer you in the right direction, but that's at least one opinion other than your own, in your own mind. A mastermind group is even better for that. You get a handful of people, 5, 6, 7 people within a group, and you say, hey, I really need help with, here's a problem that I have. My sales aren't growing. Can you give me some feedback? Give me some ideas of how I can grow my business, how I can expand my business. And they're going to challenge you, and they're going to hopefully make yours a better business by doing that. Now, the next thing I want to bring up is Who are the people that you surround yourself with? This has been a recurring theme probably over the last couple of weeks that I've seen on Facebook. I've seen different friends go, sorry, but I'm, if I unfriend you, I mean you no harm, but it's just not working. And that's okay. I think every so often we have to go through and reflect upon if someone's a positive influence to us or a negative. And if they're negative, 100% of the time to see you, time to get rid of you. It's just not, everyone's on their own journey. And just because it's negative in your world doesn't mean that it's negative in that person's world. That they may thrive on that negativity. They may thrive on cultivating that, that they want to put someone down. There's people out there that will put other people down just to lift themselves up. They don't believe in the lift. They don't understand how that works. If you lift others up, then it lifts you up higher, right? That's how it works. If you don't understand the concept, we'll go into that for another show. But you have to go through and eliminate those people. If they're negative, just go down one by one. Who do you surround yourself with? If you surround yourself with, and you make out your list and just go negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. And if it's something like, well, sometimes, they're going through a bad thing now, some problems, they lost their job, something happened, they're a little negative now, then maybe it's you hang on to them. Maybe it's something where you mentor them and let them grow, help them grow as a person and become more positive. And maybe you can be an influence on them to get them into a better state. But what you need to do is dump those people. Sorry, I'm going to be blunt about that. Dump the negative people in your life. Whether it's just that you put them as, if it's like your parents, if it's family or something like that, obviously you're not going to just say, I'm done with you totally, because you're going to be there during those family events, the weddings, Christmas, things like that. You're going to get together. But just, know those boundaries. Set the boundaries. Set the boundaries in your life of the negativity so that you don't succumb to their negativity. You want to bring them over to your side eventually. And if you can't, just, set the boundaries. I don't ask you about business. I don't talk about business. If they ask you how things are going, you just, fine, thanks. Move on, be cordial, move on. But if it's someone that's not really a priority in your life, or maybe a Facebook friend, change the direction. Change your direction by just moving away from them. Unfriend them. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't need to have 10,000 Facebook friends that aren't real friends. If it's part of your business, then have a business page where you can have 10,000 business acquaintances. They're acquaintances. They're going to be friends on Facebook, but they're acquaintances. These are people that don't necessarily, you're not going to utilize them in your life as a positive influence, right? You're there. You may serve them. They may be a friend. And I've done this over the years. If they're just not something that serves me and keeps our positive influence in my life, then I just have to let them go. It's not saying they're a bad person. It's not saying I'm a bad person. It's just that we're on two different journeys. A great example of that is I'm not an alcohol drinker. I can occasionally have a glass of wine, but it doesn't serve me to drink on a consistent basis or anything. It's just not something that's part of my life right now. It's when I was young, yeah, that was 20s and that it seemed to be a part of my life back then. It isn't something that serves me well right now. So if it's someone that constantly wants to go out for a beer or go out to let's go out, let's go do da da da, It's not going to be someone that's going to be in my life. I can meet them on a different level, but it's not going to be someone that's going to be in my life on that level, because that's just not where I'm at, where my journey has led me at this point. And we're all on a separate journey. I'll say that time and time again, and you'll probably get bored of me saying that, but there's no right or wrong. Everyone's on their own journey. And it's just what you want to do with your journey, right? So there you go. So dump those negative people in your life. I'm going to just tell you right now, if I was one-on-one coaching you, I'd say, let's make a list right now. Give me a name. Tom. Negative or positive? Negative. Tom's gone. Whether you want to tell them to their face or whether you want, how about Mary? Mary, she's a positive. Okay, Mary, we're going to stick with Mary. Whatever it is, we're going to do it. We're going to take that leap, and you're going to see it change your business. You're going to see it change your life. Okay, so the next thing is we're going to take 100% responsibility for everything you do. Everything that you have done up until this point is 100%. You are 100% responsible for that. Where you're at right now, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. If you lost a job, got fired from a job, that was your responsibility. You probably shouldn't have been there to begin with, but you probably didn't serve them well. You probably didn't serve everything else well on that too. So that's going to be, take responsibility for everything that you do. Like it says on there, if you don't like the outcome, change your responses. What is your response to that decision? If you got fired, there's a reason why you got fired, okay? And chances are it's because you didn't do your job, or that you had a bad attitude, or all those things are involved in that decision. And you're not the victim. Don't claim to be the victim. You're not going to be the I'm looking at some of the comments here, sorry. I got to glance down at the comments. Anything that happened to you, though, is your responsibility. So if you change your response to that, you have an event. Let's take that one for instance. You had a job. You're at a job, and you're doing that. So you go to the job. You show up half the time, and that the event is your job, the job. So you go there, and you don't like the boss, or you think that you could do it better, or you could do the job more efficiently. There's different ways of doing something, and you think that you have a better way than they are telling you how to do it. So what's your response? I go there. Do I go and say, hey, I found a different, I think that if we did A, B, and C, the assembly line is going to go a lot smoother than if you go A, C, and B. If we put this in order and that one in first. Or let's, if we switch up Mary with Tom over here, I think Tom's more efficient on this part of it, and Mary's more efficient on that part of it, and we can do that, more efficiently and get this done a lot faster and be better. Do you go and talk to them about that, or do you just sit there and go, they're never going to listen to me, they're never going to do it? You have an attitude, that way. Doesn't mean that you're supposed to be at that job for the rest of your life, but you want to do the best that you can. And every job that I ever worked at, I would strive. Wow, I invented a word too. I would strive to pull as much information about how things worked or what they did. It could be anything from doing a schedule to the type of equipment, what was good equipment, was bad equipment, different things of that sort. I studied it because I knew at some point in time there was a reason why I was at that, working that job at that moment in time, and I was going to take every bit of information that I could pull from that job and utilize it in my life. Starting another business, being a better person, knowing how not to manage people, knowing how not to talk to people, knowing how to talk to them in a different way to get the best result for my business. So, excuse me, I gotta take a sip of water. So, take 100% responsibility for your life, everything that's happened in your life. A famous, well, maybe not so famous, but somewhat famous, James Arthur Ray. I'm going to mention him. I may mention him some other time down the road. But at one point in time, if you ever saw The Secret, I'm sure everyone has seen the movie The Secret. There's a gentleman in there called James Arthur Ray. Now, he went on and he loved the notoriety. He loved the ego. It built his ego up. And if anyone knows him or is connected to him, I have him give me a call because I would love to sit down and discuss some things with him, because I think he's a great person and can be a great person. And I think he influenced a lot of people and helped a lot of people. But the problem that I see with James is that at some point in time, he didn't want to take responsibility for something that happened, and I'm not going to elaborate on that because he did his time for that. He went to trial and he did his time for that. But even in the interviews that I've seen post after getting out of prison and that, I don't see him taking responsibility really for that. I don't feel it, and I would love to sit down with him and really have a heart-to-heart conversation and interview. So if anyone does know him along the way, feel free to send him my way. Have him email me at davestelma.com. You can find me there, right? But you have to take 100% responsibility for everything that you do. How you react, and I've hit this on other shows previously, but how you react to an event is going to be equal to your outcome. That's going to determine your outcome. If you don't like where you're sitting right now, then change your response. Change what you're doing. Change where you're at. You can do that. I'm in America anyway. If you're watching me from some other country that imposes or shadows you that you can't do this, in America, you can change. You can reinvent your life. You can change where you're at, what you're doing very easily. Very easily. So change your response, and it's going to change your outcome. Change your vision of what you want for your business. So far, we're going to dump all those negative people. We're going to only focus on the positive people and replace them. The negative people, replace them with more positive people. If you have other friends that are just a great influence in your life, ask them who they hang with. Hey, let's all go and talk about this. Let's go discuss this book. Let's go talk about whatever it is. And your business, that'd be the big thing. Let's start a mastermind group of all these positive people and generate some positive vibes in your business and in your life, because it all reflects back, right? So hopefully this makes sense so far. This is how we're going to inject some passion back in, some enthusiasm into your business and into your life. I want to talk about passion this week just because we have Valentine's next week, right? What are you doing for Valentine's Day? What's going on? What do you have plans? You probably can't tell me. Can't tell me in the comments section, because then people are going to know, and the people that you love are going to know, right? So make sure that you do these first two steps. Now, I'm going to move on to step number 3. What do you think this is? Anybody guess? Can you guess so far? What do you think? Passion! We've been talking about passion. And don't run right over there right away. But there's a test you can take. There's a great test you can take. And it's free. And I don't get any money for it. Excuse me. I'm sorry. That cold again. It's a passion test. You go to passiontest.com, thepassiontest.com. So just as it is on the book there, thepassiontest.com. Don't go now because obviously you want to stay till the end of the show, right? But go on there and go on there often. Go on there once a month. If you're not quite there, go on there once a month. You're going to answer some questions and it's going to shoot you out some answers. It's going to tell you where your passion is. By the time you complete that quick little test, it's probably less than 10 minutes. You're going to be able to, it's going to tell you where your passion is now. Now, stop right there. Is the passion that you have today the same passion you had 5 years ago, 10 years ago? I'm going to tell you, mine isn't. Mine isn't even the same as it was 2 years ago. There's certain things that I'm passionate about still. I'm passionate about my relationship with Ember. I'm passionate about different things in my life, but there's also other things that I'm not so passionate about anymore, and so that kind of changes. I'm very passionate about helping people, helping individuals, and coaching individuals, and that's a great passion of mine. I love helping people get to a higher, lifting them up to a higher place. It invigorates. I'm having a hard time talking too. It invigorates my soul, my spirit. So if you go on there after the show, click on and take the thepassiontest.com and take the test, and take it now, and then maybe once a quarter. Depends upon where you're at. If you've hit a roadblock, then this might be something that you go on once a month for a while. But your passion's probably not going to change that much right now. It's not going to change in a month. It's not going to be different. It's not going to, your passion's still going to be the same, but it's not going to be, it's not like you're going to choose to, be a bobsled racer in a month from now if you're afraid of bobsleds right now. So, or snow or whatever it is. So do that. Now, right now, though, if you got a pen and paper or a pencil and paper, I'm going to take you through a little life purpose worksheet, okay? Just got it right here, right there. Life, and that's probably backwards. No, maybe it's right. There you go. I'm going to take you through a little test. So on your paper, write down for number 1, list 2 qualities of your unique personality. What's your personal qualities? What's your unique personal qualities that you have, that you love, such as like enthusiasm and creativity? That could be the 2. Enthusiasm and creativity. That's probably my 2 passions. Now, number 2 on your sheet, and you can go back and fill these in later, but just write this down. So the first one is list 2 of your unique personal qualities, okay, that represent you personally, what your personality is. Now, number 2, list 1 or 2 ways you enjoy expressing those 2 qualities when interacting with others, such as like you support and inspire people. It could be like that. Mine, enthusiasm and creativity, and out of that, I like to support and to inspire people using that enthusiasm and creativity. Okay, so that's number 2. Now, number 3, assume the world is perfect right now. What does your world look like? Okay, how describe it in detail? If you're an artist, draw a picture of it. How is everyone interacting with everyone else? You know, are we all like arm in arm? Are we swaying back and forth? What are we? How are we interacting? Is it just that you're going up and you're greeting people? How is that? Is it one-on-one? Is it via Skype? Is it via Periscope? What are you doing? What does it feel like? You know, what are the feelings that it comes out? Happiness, hopefully not sadness, but what is that like? What does it feel like? Give me, put a description of that. Now state this, put this, when you're writing this down, it's got to be in the present tense. How it is. We're going to describe the world. What's the world look like? Everyone interacting. How does that go? We're going to describe it in the present tense, and we're going to describe the perfect world as you see it and you feel it. Okay. Remember, a perfect world is a fun place to be, right? We all want to have fun. We all want to smile. We want to laugh, joke, joy. Bring joy into our lives. Now, number 4, we're going to combine the 3 prior subdivisions of this paragraph into a single statement. So we're going to take a good example of this is like in this: my purpose is using my creativity and enthusiasm to support and inspire others as we all freely express our talents in joyfulness, harmony, and love. How's that? That's a pretty special place. That's where passion comes from. So if we take the first 3, so as you fill in those first 3, you take those 3 and you combine them together into one concise statement. And I'll say mine one more time. My purpose is using my creativity and enthusiasm to support and inspire others as we all freely express our talents in joyfulness, harmony, and love. How can you not smile on that one? I hope you're all smiling out there. So tonight after the show, or when you're seeing the replay on this, go online. You can click over online, but come back and finish the show. Okay? Go on to thepassiontest.com. So thepassiontest.com, and take the test. See what your passion comes up to and work with it. Be honest about that. Some people try to, it's a test. Oh no, I freaked out. I'm gonna answer the way I think they want me to answer. Well, that's not your passion. My passion is certainly not your passion. I'll guarantee it. So go on there, take the test, and find out what your passion is, and then give me a comment. Come back here and give me a comment below or on my Facebook page. Leave me a comment on there and tell me what your passion ended up being. Or if you're seeing the replay on this, go on the replay or go in the comments section underneath the replay section here and give me a comment. Or you can go on my YouTube channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Dave Stelma, YouTube, Dave Stelma, and I'll put all the links below so you can go down below and get on all the links here. But go on my YouTube channel, subscribe there so you get these. Leave me a comment there. What's going on? Periscope, it's only when you're live that you get to leave the comments. So other than that, I can't tell you. I don't know what that would be all about. But on Facebook, you can certainly leave me a comment anytime or message me anytime. And let me know, what's your passion? What did your passion end up being? And is it the same thing that you're doing now? Is it something that you're doing? It may come up that you love children and you run a daycare. That's great. That's super. And then if you want to know how to make that even better, let me know. I can work with you to hopefully make that better. Get yourself a mastermind group. Find a mastermind group. Go on Facebook and look up mastermind groups. Google it. Meetup. go into Meetup and log in there and look for a mastermind group for your area. And it doesn't have to be all. If you have a daycare, you don't want all other daycare people in there, because you want, hi Julie, you want to have the people a different perspective coming at you, right? So if you are a coach, if say you're a personal coach, you don't necessarily want to be with a whole bunch of other personal coaches, right? Because coaches are going to drive you crazy. You may have your own personal coach, but you don't want to have a whole mastermind group of coaches to do that. You want different perspectives, because then they're going to look at it from a customer or a client point of view. And that's going to give you more perspective. It's going to tell you how you can market your business, how you can be better, how you can just help them out better, because all we're doing is we're solving problems. If I'm hungry tonight for Italian food, I'm looking for an Italian restaurant. Boom! Problem solved. Well, there you go. Thanks for being with me this week. Next week, we're going to be on Monday night. So Monday night, because Valentine's is Tuesday. So Dave can't get in trouble with Ember, right? No. So Monday night, 6:30, I'm going to post it on Monday morning. I'll post it again to remind you. So look for that. But always subscribe to my YouTube channel where you'll get reminders. Also, Facebook. Come on, just like my page on Facebook, Dave Stelma, and you'll also be able to get those notifications for that. So until next week, I see it, our time is gone. Until next week, have fun and enjoy the week. Hopefully, I will be totally over this cold by next week. And I apologize for any coughing that I did during the broadcast. But till next week, enjoy. I'm Dave Stelma. You can find me at davestelma.com. Otherwise, Dave Stelma on Facebook. I mentor, I coach, I inspire new entrepreneurs to their breakthrough success. Have a great week. Bye, everybody.